Hey guys, this video is going to be over lab 1 of your sheet for acids and bases. That's this lab right here. Okay? So when you look at it, you want to make sure that you don't get substances confused. I've labeled them, they're going to be over on the counter, but make sure that you put them back where you got them, make sure we know which is which. That is very, very important. Okay? So first thing you want to do is you want to guess the pH. You want to guess the pH of all 10 substances. Make them educated guesses based on what you think the pH is going to be. After that, you can see that I've already set up my mini and my sensor. So you're good to go with that. Okay? You will also want 2 bigger beakers, just like I have here, 2 bigger beakers that we'll be using to essentially clean the electrode, so clean the pH meter, in between dipping them in substances. Because if you dip your pH meter in an acid and then you go directly to a new substance, you have contaminated that new substance. So we want to make sure that throughout all my belts today that there are no contaminated substances. So here's what we're going to do. When you get this out of solution, make sure not to dump the solution out. Okay, keep it upright when you screw that off. First thing you want to do is you want to take tap water, we're not using distilled water, and just run it over the electrode. All I'm doing is I'm pouring it over the metal bulb, the glass bulb at the bottom, okay, just into my new beaker. That's just a waste beaker, and this is just water. Make sure you keep those straight. Dumping water over the electrode into your waste beaker. And then what we're going to do is we're going to test the pH. I won't tell you which substance this is, but we're going to test the pH of it. Okay? And my program should read the pH. And that's actually really low pH. Okay? Really, really low pH. Okay? So that's going to read the pH. Once you write down the pH, you go ahead and pour more water over your electrode. You're cleaning it off so that you don't contaminate anything. Okay? And then you read another pH. So if that was number 1, this will be number 2. We read it. Once again, a low pH. They're not all low pH, I promise you. Okay, there's some pretty high pHs. So that's essentially what we're doing in this lab. You're just determining the pH of these 10 different substances and seeing what's dangerous. A couple notes. You do have, as I just mentioned, several with low pHs. Okay, you need to be very careful to always wear your goggles. Please, please, please keep those on at all times. So if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy lab 1.